Hello folks. Cheyenne's out of town. She brought her camera, so I'm using my iPhone, so things may look a little bit different. Today, something very interesting happened, and I think it's relevant to what we've been talking to here, so I'm gonna take you step by step what I've been doing. There's a website called glitch.com where they provide a lot of tools and environments for you to learn programming. And so I've been using this for a while now just to create dumb little web applications and projects, bots, etc. So recently I made a project that's at the location lockbox.glitch.me, and the idea was, you know how you walk on a bridge and usually there'll be a bunch of locks on it with like hearts or initials engraved on them? They're called love locks, and what I wanted to do was kind of create an experience that was like that, so that people could put in 3 numbers like you would do when using a combination lock. 3 numbers that would open up a message space that you could type a message in, post it, and then it's there forever. It doesn't change. It's like locking it on the bridge. No one's gonna mess with it unless they get a pair of bolt cutters, I don't know. So I made this. I spent a lot of time on it. I was a code gremlin. Cheyenne likes when I get into code stuff because I am completely absorbed, and she says that I have like blinders on. Cato's fucking with shit. Love the cat. So, when I work on code, I tend to get tunnel vision and very absorbed in it. So I've been working on this thing for a week. And this morning, before work at my day job as a barista, I published the project live. It worked. You put in 3 numbers, it gives you a dialog box or a text box to write a message in, and then there's a page where you can look at all the messages that people have put, essentially anonymously. I publish it, I go into work. When I have a free moment, I look at my phone and I see that the link that I shared on Twitter has been retweeted by the CEO of glitch.com, Anil Dash. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So suddenly, I had a lot of users on the platform who were posting messages. Cato. No. Is this cute? Okay, down you go. So, I was looking, and as my shift continued, I saw that people were asking me questions on Twitter, and it was very successful. People thought it was great, and there were tons of messages. Some of them were very sincere and heartfelt, like about love and loving people, and just giving messages of hope. Some people were trolls. I had to install previously a backend so that if anyone was particularly hateful, I had the ability to delete that. So it's blowing up on Twitter and in the app, and soon I'm scrolling through and there are at least 100 messages, I'm guessing, that people have put, and it's really a beautiful collection of just like people, like majority of people posting really lovely, sincere things. Some people who just didn't understand what this tool was for, and some people who were being very funny. One I'm remembering off the bat, one lockbox that said, "Why was 6 afraid of 7?" and the name of the lockbox was 789. The cat is so confused by the camera. I'm enthused by all this because people are using my thing, they love it, I'm having a lot of users, it's great. And I have this artifact, this long page of just so much like secret looks into people's lives. People said it felt like Post Secret or Yik Yak, if you remember that. And I couldn't wait to get off of work and just look through all of the information. By the time I get out of work, it's 4:50, I'm walking, and then when I look at 5 p.m., all the messages are gone. I haven't figured out what happened, but I think the app restarted. We're getting a cat visitor again. I wanted to look at the artifact and just see all of this user contributed content. but it was now gone. It happened while I was on the phone with my mom. I was like, Mom, you should check out the app I made. And she said, oh, there's only 4 messages here. I was like, so it's gone. People are repopulating it. It still exists. And I learned a handful of things. First of all, this was an experiment in a concept from Joey Ito's and Jeff Howe's Whiplash. It's a book that I've talked about before and a lot. The idea of pull over push, also known as generative systems. Build something that is very easy to learn and that people can just run away with and populate. Create something that breeds more creativity. And that's what I did. That's why it only had like 1,000 slots and it had a limited scope of what you could do, because then people's creativity it begs to fill such a simple structure. And I saw immediately that people were into that. We got a lot of posts. I thought it was cool to successfully create a thing that a ton of people loved using. And hopefully, if I'm making more creative apps in the future, I want to make things that people will interact with. I think that's the main thing I learned. I also, because I'm trying to learn computer programming, this was the first time I properly used databases. I used JavaScript and Express, things that I'm trying to just wrap my head around. I don't feel like I'm a very good programmer. My friends are very kind and they're like, you're doing such good work. But I feel like I don't know very much. It's probably because I live in Seattle and surrounded by Amazon employees all the time. But I wanted to share it with you because it was kind of special. I created a thing, tons of people flooded in and made it beautiful, and then it was gone. And that makes it almost more romantic. So, thanks for listening. I know this was a bit of it's what I'm thinking about, and hopefully you can join me on a future project. Who knows? Later.